Hello and welcome to another video. I'm here in the workshop today and we're going to have a look at mounting plates and turrets for diesel heaters that you'd fit in your motorhome, caravan, camper van. Typically what you're going to find is when you get your diesel heater, it'll be shipped with a mounting plate similar to this one. This one is a Chinese one. Very thin plates, you know, a mil galvanized tin effectively. The German ones, Webasto and Aspacher, the plates are slightly longer, but the configuration is much the same. Now, when you fit this, what you find is you bolt this down, you bolt that onto the floor. You've got a gap here now. Especially the Chinese heaters, the exhausts, you know, they're not great quality, to put it lightly, and over time I've absolutely no doubt that you're going to get some type of leak due to the heat cycles through it, and you're going to get monoxide escaping for this area, and you've got a hole here. Now that hole leads directly into the sleeping compartment, and that's the last thing you need. That'll turn into a bad day really quickly, especially if you've not got a monoxide monitor fitted, which we'll get to later. So these things, you know, these are what the Chinese have always done. It's minimum materials, minimum effort, and what they can get away with. So this thing is a piece of shit. Bin that. So what's your alternatives? Right. Have a look on eBay. What you'll find is you have things called turrets. So what it is, it's a step up basically. They're thicker gauge material, you know, they're a couple of mil thick, to be quite honest. The plate itself and the turret is 2 mil thick. They're designed to cut a hole same size as the turret. You fit it in, and what it does is it protects the insulation in the wood floor for the heat of the exhaust. So that's what really these are designed to do. But once again, what they're doing is they're getting away with it. The ones you're seeing, the 2 mil ones, they've got 4 tack welds on them. One here, one there, one there, and one there. Now, once again, you've got 4 quarters there that aren't sealed, and you can have monoxide gas coming through there, no problem at all, into the sleeping compartment. Just a bad idea. So I decided I'll make my own. I was always going to make my own because that's what I do. So we've beefed it up. What we've done is, this one's made a 4 mil plate. The turret itself is 140 mil and the wall thickness is 5 mil. And these ones are totally welded. I don't know if you can see. These ones are totally welded inside, all the way around. So you can't get any gases, you know, moving through and into the sleeping compartment. What I will say is, it doesn't matter what you fit. Always have a monoxide monitor in the sleeping compartment of the motorhome, caravan, camper, whatever. Always have a monoxide monitor, and really don't leave them on overnight and go to sleep. You know, it's just a bad idea. I know people do, but that's up to them. But it's a bad idea. So we've beefed it up. We made sure we're not going to get any leaking gases coming through into the living area, sleeping compartments. And to finish these as well, I've used a 600 degree industrial stove paint. Actually, it's not a stove paint. It's a very high temperature silicone resin, and it's thinned in xylene, so it's paintable. You get a couple of coats of that, and then I'll give it a heat cycle. And that toughens the thing up. I've got a couple in the drying cabinet just now. I'll show you one in black. So these have had one coat. They'll get another coat, and then, as I say, they'll get a heat cycle run through them, and it just toughens the whole thing up and makes it, you know, up to the job. It'll easily cope with the exhaust, and over time, because of the weight of these things, they're never going to warp with the heat cycles. That hot cold cycle over time, you know, these will never warp. So these are kind of fit and forget, whereas the other ones, you'd have to check it. Or if you're using some type of heat resistant mastic, how long is it going to last? Or, you're always going to have to check it. It's always going to be at the back of your mind. So anyway, I made one for myself. I had enough material for a few more, so I thought I'd put them up for sale. I'll leave a link in the description, and hopefully this helps somebody. Take care. Bye bye.